answer. Like, so this was me and my cousin had contests who can get the most women in the summertime, and like, I got disqualified.
Right.
Why did you get disqualified?
A plethora of reasons. I had an advantage because at the time I lived alone, had my own place, everything. So it's like, it was easier to just like, because they were living other places. So it was like, okay, I'm going to win this. I got unlimited time and I got my own spot. It's easy. Like,
so what made you want to give up that lifestyle?
Oh man. So I'll share that. This is good. I'll make it quick. So, I was told like there's a calling on my life, all these things. It's like I was wrestling with it. And I was told like my dad was like, yeah, the Lord told me. And it's like, I don't like that stuff. So I pissed off at him and like, hey, you this is not true. So one day I told God, look, man, I really want to for sure sign. And a week long went by. I went and prayed fast and like here I was like, man, God, I need a for sure sign. I'm supposed to be doing this. If I'm supposed to be a pastor, I'm supposed to be leading people to Christ and doing this. I'm a flaw. My logic, I'm such a flawed man. I don't know how that will work with all of these flaws I have and all these struggles. And so all week I asked God to show me something, and then it didn't happen. And then Saturday night rolled around. This is where the story starts. I promise you, this is going to be entertainment. So Saturday night running around, I went to a place called the W.
Yep.
And
I've been there before.
I get my suit on. I'm fly. I had curly hair at the time, big curly hair at the time. Put my suit on, got my manicure done. I got a plum suit on with a black shirt, no tie, open, black pocket silk. I'm good. Well, my beard's grown, everything's good, and
you're
like
feeling good, you're looking good.
Yeah, I got a good workout in. Like my body was ripped,
flowing.
Yeah, like I'm single. Like it's good.
It's like let's get it Saturday night.
Let's get it. Like I said, God, I knew it was. I'm about to go have a turn up Saturday night. My buddy texted me. I had a BlackBerry phone at the time. My buddy texted me and said, "Yo, I'm not gonna make it out." He sent me a text. Then I call him. He don't answer. So I go. I go to the place at the W, and it's probably like 50, 60 people in there. And I go to the bar and order my ginger ale with no ice.
Okay.
And this lady smoking hot, 100% my type. She's like nails done, small waist, enhancements, perfect skin, perfect teeth, everything.
Enhancements.
Yeah.
Okay, be smart. And so everything's good. Like she smelled like her perfume was amazing. Like yet she had her hair up. Like that stuff was like, and then her conversation was like she was engaging, and I'm like, what? And we're vibing like a movie. Like I got my sweat. Like so, it's like she's laughing at my jokes. It's a good time. Like we're vibing. It's like a movie. Like so, like she did the Cupid Shuffle, and like I don't dance. I'm just gonna watch. And so like after it was over, like I don't know what happened. The music went out, and it's like people leaving out. My stomach growled, and she's like, "Was that your stomach?" I was like, "Yeah, it wasn't nothing else." And she's like, "Okay." She's like, "Well, I'm hungry. Let's go get out of here and get some wings." Man. And at this point, it's like a movie. I just grab her hand.
Oh, you're in love. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say love, but it was just like it was the thrill. Like she didn't even act. Like she just, it was like trust. Like I just grab her hand. We gone. I see my buddy, and he's like, "Yeah, I see you, Webb. I see you." And so like I'm like, I hit you up. So like all while I'm going to this place, so we go to this wing spot downtown. We get the wings. I get it. I bless the food. According to the gentleman's guide, this is how you win a go. You just go to the table, don't ask, just do like this. And if a woman puts her hand in your hand and catches on, she sees you as that guide of guidance. Like you don't gotta ask. I don't gotta, hey, can we bar head?
But what is she supposed to say? No?
She will.
If I would feel like awkward if I'm eating with someone and they put their hands out and I said no.
Right, yeah. So, but yeah. So you'd be surprised. So I did that. According to the gentleman's guide, took charge. I just did like this. She put her hand in my bless the food for like 30 seconds. Hey, God bless this food for the nourishment of our body. In Jesus' name, amen. And then she's like, "Oh, you're one of those." I'm like, "What do you mean?" I never told her what I was wrestling with. I never told her like, look. And so she goes, yeah, I wanted to go to church, but I just don't understand it. So I literally, in an hour, I walk her through, this is what happened. Creation happens. God said, this is not good. Sin creeps into the world. God says, this is not good. I have to fix it. He chose a people. Abraham's the patriarch, but these people, like God is going to choose them to be leading. He's going to navigate them, God, and they just have to trust him. One really good covenant. He's their God and they're his people. I just walk her through everything. Then the law, then the poetry, then the wisdom of the Bible, then the prophetic books, and then the story of Jesus Christ. And they all point towards Jesus Christ. And I just walk her through everything. Like it very practical. I made it a very practical sense. And she's like, wow, I never understood that. Cool. It's like now, like she was intrigued by like me telling her and knowing it, like with no notes. I'm just walking her through it. Like, does that make sense? Right. Okay. And then Israel has to have a king. So God's king is David. Why was it David? Because he was a man of small stature, but his heart was so good. And it's all about that. And she's like, wow, this dude is just like, wow. And
dropping knowledge on it.
Yeah. And I'm like, see, David and Goliath is not about a strength thing. David was fighting David wasn't fighting just for Israel. David was actually fighting for God. That's why God blessed him. But we look at this David and like Goliath stories. Oh, he just took it for his people. And it's like, no, David's whole agenda is like, no. I'm strapped. I'm getting ready because I'm fighting for my God. And Goliath is fighting for a nation. David's fighting. So God says, like, look, okay, when you're fighting for me, and she's like, I never looked at it this way. And it's like, I'm cool. So fast forward, hour goes by. I tell her, look, wait, you know what I'm on. Like, enough of the Bible study. She's like, yeah. She's actually, my room is downtown. I was like, oh, you're inviting me to the room. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. So I ate them wings. We got out of there. On the way out, somebody goes, hey, man, I know you. I gave my life to Christ at your dad's church. And they're like, okay, well, and I'm like, okay, I shunned them. She's like, who is that? I was like, huh. It's downtown too. So I know a lot of people. So it's like, we walk in and I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? You know, and then we get to the hotel. The guy that cleans the room, he looks down the hall and he's like, hey, Joe, oh, man, you know, hey, dude. I'm like, oh, so I shunned him.
Everywhere we go, people know to recognize him everywhere.
So I shunned him, right?
Yeah.
I shunned him, and when I get in the room, now this is where the real story starts. I gave you the background.
This is the good stuff.
This is the good stuff. So we get in the hotel room, and she goes in the bathroom. I go to the view, look at the view. Mm-hmm. I take my shirt off and I do some push-ups. I don't know how many, but I do some push-ups. When I get up doing push-ups, I'm like, okay, veins are a turn on.
Why would you do that?
Was that a tactic? Get the blood flowing a little bit, though?
Yeah. So
every time before.
No.
Do push-ups?
No, not every time. No.
You do sometimes?
I haven't done it in a long time, but it's just this is
strategy. It's strategy.
Right. I'm curious.
So blood flow. It's a blood flow tactic. Like you get blood,
and then it helps with.
No, your body, your upper body. So you look ripped. So I look ripped. Like that's it. So I had just ate, so I'm like making sure my 6-pack is there. I had these at the time. Like I had those. I had like 12. Yeah. Like I got like 4 now, maybe 6. I don't know. So I do that. So I do the push-ups, and when I get up from the push-ups, Doug, I look at the stand in the room. There's a Bible open, and I'm like, really gotta ask you for a for sure sign. Yeah, I seen some guys that went to church. That's not a for sure sign. I need a for sure sign. So I open the Bible. I look at the Bible. I take the Bible. I look down. I didn't even read it. I shut it and I put it in a drawer. Simultaneously, when I shut the door from the drawer, the door from the bathroom opens up. It was like I shut it, the door from the bath opens up, and I can't make this up. She comes out the room. She's like, I could tell like she dialed up. She sprayed perfume or whatever. I could tell because it's like cool. And I told her I'm a sucker for a woman it smells at the place. So she goes and like does that, freshens up, and she leaves the light on in the bathroom. And I put the light off, and I put the remote on the thing. We're talking, and I notice it's weird. It's weird.
Like weird vibes?
What?
Weird vibes. Yeah.
What?
It's weird vibe. Yeah. And it's like, this is new because I'm never in a position where it's weird with a woman because I know how to, I know. And
especially
I'm like,
you guys have been hitting it off all night.
Yeah. And so now she's standing up.
What got weird? So this is interesting. So what about it got weird?
Her mannerisms and behavior was different. So
like awkward?
Yeah. Kind of awkward. So I'm trying to talk. I can't really finish my sentences. Like, it's weird. It's like, this is a different person now. So I go, and I'm like, and now I'm looking, she's crying. She's saying, well, I can't. So I put my shirt on, and I made a joke. It's like, I'm not a raper killer. And so I put my shirt on. She didn't think that was funny at all. She was like, huh. Like, she kind of like, huh. Yeah. And like she was crying. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she starts saying, I can't. And I'm like, okay, cool. We don't got to do nothing.
Right.
And then she starts like really like sobbing. So like, according to the gentleman's guide, to console a woman, you're supposed to touch here or here and
here?
this area here. It consoles. It consoles. It comforts. Or waist if you have that. Like you can bring her into you. But she was on the bed. So I just kind of, and when I did that, she was crying so hard. Have you ever heard somebody crying with it? Like,
yeah.
Like she was
hysterical almost.
Yeah. And then she starts saying, I can't do you like this.
Oh.
Right? And I'm like, what? So I put my shirt on. She's on the bed. And I'm like, she said, I can't do you like this. And then she tells me to hand her purse. And I look, it's like, ain't no man supposed to be touching no purse.
Yeah.
But since she's crying, I just kind of like, here. And so I hand her purse. She goes to her purse. She says, I can't do you like this. God has a calling on your life. I was going to give you AIDS.
Damn.
She said, God has a calling on your life. I can't do you. I've been praying on men that look like you all over this country, but I can't do you like this. God gave me a for sure sign. I got the school, the training, the school, like, and it's like I submitted my life to Christ. And ever since then, he's been raining on my life. When I say raining on my life, it's like I just told you about the basketball camp and things like that. Like people just endure, like, and people have been coming. I started my men's group, and he just rains on my life, building connections, meeting people, and it's like it's almost like a movie. And it's like, and that was confirmation that when my father had told me, like, look, God told me that you're going to do this and you're going to lead every ethnicity to Christ. And it's like, that's a lie. I'm a womanizer. I don't like this. I know my path. I want to play basketball, sell my suits, and be like, but God said, no, I need you to do this for this assignment. And that woman knew nothing what I was wrestling with, but she said, I can't do you like this. God has a calling on your life. And like, she showed me the condom with the holes in it. Like she said, I've been praying on, like, that woman was going to give me AIDS.
To make you trapped with her.
Yeah.
So you go both have AIDS.
Okay, hold on.
Together.
Rewind for a second.
Yeah. So
okay, hold on. Why? So there's a what?
I thought you were going to say she was going to pull out a gun or something.
That's rob you, but that's even worse. I'd rather someone pull out they don't kill you, but hold on. Sorry,
so that's my testimony.
Why?
That's my testimony. And
why though? Why does she want to give people for men that abused her in life and getting back at men?
I'm pretty sure the guy that did it probably looked like me. She said that she's been going around praying. I knew she had an accent. And I knew she had behaviors of a Cali girl, right? So, and I'm like, okay, she ain't from here. I would have seen her. Like at the time, I was out every other weekend. Like I would have seen her, and like she was there, and I'm like, I knew she wasn't from there. And then when I knew she had a hotel, it was like. And then when she told me that, she said, I've been praying on men that look like you. I was like, that's God. I asked him for a sure sign. I said, God, I need a for sure sign that I'm supposed to do this. I don't want to be doing something. And I'm like, it's not my destiny. It's not my calling. It's not my assignment. But that one, like all the other stuff was a coincidence. It's part of the story. It was a coincidence. I'm thinking like, oh, whatever. Yeah. But God had to reveal himself that way. And she's confirmed. She says, without me to, God has a calling on your life. I was going to give you AIDS. And ever since I've submitted my life to Kingdom Work, like it's like it's ups and downs. I mean, it's the hardest thing about this job is pouring into people that can't ever contribute anything back to the mission, and then they leave you.
Yes.
Like there's a guy I probably helped him with $40 a week for 6 months for his phone bill, right? This dude has now left, went back and and he's like at another church doing another thing, the same thing to them now. Yeah. And I try to tell that pastor, like, this dude's
just abusing, stealing.
Yeah. And it's like, I build a relationship with people, and it's like, and guess what? I would do it all over again for the next guy. Cause like I'm never going to be at a deficit as far as money. God told me if I take care of his business, he's going to take care of mine. And he's been consistent. He's been faithful to that. Like I'm not a millionaire. Like I don't have $1 million, but like, it's like God told me if I take care of his business, he's going to take care of mine. And that's what he's done. He sustained me in everything. Like there's obstacles, there's burdens, there's things that we need, but it's like, I trust him. And it's like, this is how you build these relationships. Telling people like this, look, I'm probably the most flawed man. Like you like my nephew went to school and told them, they're like, who's the probably, he's like, probably my uncle is probably the one of the best. It's like, but they're like, he's good though, because we fit. It's like, God uses this. God can use the flow, but we've been in a culture to endorse, like, if you have a Christianity background, you're just supposed to be this. No, we're the most hurt people.